Welcome to the series of modern Indian history. In this session, we will discuss about the revolt of 1857 in India. The revolt of 1857 was a major but unsuccessful campaign against the Britishers. The period of 1857-58 saw a uprising in India against the rule of British East India Company, which functioned as a sovereign power on behalf of the British Crown. This event is known by many names, including Sepoy Mutiny, the Indian Mutiny, the Great Rebellion, the Revolt of 1857, the Indian Insurrection, and the India's First War of Independence. Causes of the revolt. Causes. Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General of India, 1848-1856. Under him, British followed expansionist policy in India. His reign added considerable territories into the British Empire. The policy of annexation reached its climax when he implemented his policy of doctrine of lapse. Annexed the Indian state on the charges of misgovernance and absence of an heir. In mere 8 years, Dalhousie annexed Satara, Sambalpur, Jhansi, Nagpur, and Jaipur. This policy further turned Indian rulers against the East India Company. As part of the doctrines of lapse, the titles and pension of some Indian rulers were confiscated. The pension of Bajirao II's son, Nana Sahib, was discontinued after his father's death. The Queen of Jhansi was deprived of having a non-biological heir. The Brits further proposed the end of the title of Mughal Emperor after Bahadur Shah II. Economic causes. The economic policy of the British adversely affected Indian society. The Brits exploited the economic resources of India to their advantage and imposed high tariffs and duties, hence crippling the Indian trade and industry. The Brits turned India into a colonial economy to serve their capital interests. High taxation, eviction, discriminatory tariff policy against Indian product and destruction of traditional handicraft hit peasants, artisans, and small zamindars. Reticence left the Indian people dissatisfied of the Britishers, which eventually made them revolt against them. And religious causes. The attempt to bring social reforms in India by Britishers was not liked by the general people. The social legislature on the evils of sati, infanticide, remarriage of widows, etc., were considered as interference in the religious matters of Indians. The introduction of English education, the propagation of the work of Christian missionaries, and changing Hindu law of property to facilitate the converted Christians aggravated part of the society. Military causes. The Indian soldiers were considered inferiors and were ill-treated by the high officials. The higher ranks in the army were exclusively reserved for the Englishmen, and the Indian were deliberately excluded from the higher posts. Of the revolt was though the introduction of new infield rifles and the greased cartridges in loading the rifles. The sepoy, before inserting the cartridge, had to bit off its tip. It was believed that the grease was made out of the fat of cows and pigs, which was objectionable to the Hindus and the Muslims alike. This rumor pumped up fire of discontent against the Britishers in form of revolt. The first sign of dispute appeared in 1857 at Gorakhpur in Bengal. A sepoy named Mangal Pandey on 29 March 1857 killed senior officials. Course and spread of the revolt. On 24th April 1857, about 90 men of the native cavalry stationed at Meerut refused to accept the greased cartridges. 85 of them were disarmed and sent to prison for 10 years. On 10th May, the revolt started at Meerut, and the mutinies, after killing some officials, marched towards Delhi. Bahadur Shah Zafar was declared the Emperor of India, although the real command was in the hand of Bagh Khan. In Kanpur, revolt was led by Nana Sahib, who declared himself as the Peshwa and governor of Bahadur Shah. Meanwhile, Tatya Tope did most of the fighting for them. Lucknow, Hazrat Mahal, the Begum of Awadh, led the revolt to proclaim his son Brijesh Kadar as the Nawab of Awadh. In this tussle, Henry Montgomery Lawrence was thus killed in Lucknow. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai assumed the leadership of mutiny. After being defeated in Jhansi, she captured Gwalior with the help of Tantia Tope. Bareilly, Khan Bahadur proclaimed himself as the Nawab of Bareilly and led the revolt there. Prominent center of the revolts were Banaras, Allahabad, Gwalior, Nazirgarh, Indore, Aligarh and Kota. At all these places the sepoy killed the senior officials and other European. Even many women and children were not spared either. Superior British forces soon suppressed the revolt. Bahadur Shah was proven a weak leader. Delhi was recaptured on 20th September 1857. Bahadur Shah was arrested and deported to Rangoon, where he died in 1862. The rebels were defeated by General Havelock in Kanpur. Nana Sahib, after defeat, refused to surrender and escaped to Nepal. At Jhansi, huge Henry Rose suppressed the revolt and Rani Lakshmibai died on the battlefield, fighting valiantly. Banaras, Bareilly, Gwalior were also recaptured by the British officials. Causes of the failure: the revolt was highly localized and restricted to North India. Shindes of Gwalior, the Havelocks of Indore, the Nizam of Hyderabad, the Raja of Jodhpur, the Nawab of Bengal, and the rulers of Patiala, Sindh and Kashmir, and Rana of Nepal provided active support to the Britishers. The revolt was poorly organized and the rebels lacked common cause and had different goals, whereas the British were better resources and had superior technology and transportation. They also had the services of capable generals such as General Havelock, James Outram, and Lawrence, who could plan the suppression of the revolt and win back the lost territory. Nationalists like V.D. Savarkar later quoted it as India's first war of independence. Administrative changes. On January 1, 1877, Queen Victoria was proclaimed as the Empress of India, and the power thus shifted from the East India Company to the British Crown. This is all for the revolt of 1875. If you like the video, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to History Simplified.